Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Had a pretty successful day the other day getting the car out of the garage. Did have a hiccup though, something hitting in the back. I think I know what it is. But took the car out Sunday, washed it, and just cleaned her up pretty good. Had to go to lunch, but before that, got her cleaned up pretty good. The glass cleaned up really nice. There's still some stuff on there. The first cleaning wasn't quite enough, but she's looking good, nice and cleaned up. So, going to go ahead and pull these back wheels off and see if we can find our problem. Hopefully fix it. But also, I was looking at these studs up front. They're way short, so I'm going to go ahead and get some lug studs, some like 3-inch lug studs. I think we're going to be required to have those anyway at the drag strip, depending on how fast we go and how strict the track is. So anyway, let's go ahead and get these wheels pulled off, see if we can find our problem. Here's the driver's side, and as you can see right here, there's a little shiny spot hitting right there. Same thing right there, and put it in neutral, trying to roll it over, and you can see on this side it's even worse. So let's go up under here and look, and it actually looks like it's hitting the brake pad. So there's let's see, right, let's see, can you see it in the camera? Yeah, so right there, there's that shiny spot, and when I roll it over, you can see that brake pad move right there. So this side's hitting worse, and we need to clearance that somehow. So with the car in neutral, I went ahead and put the driver's side back on because I couldn't find, like, the little spots that were nicked were rusted already. So it looked like it was already clearancing itself, which it did. This side over here, on the other hand, you see some bigger chunks, and clearly that is that's new. That's not rusted over like the other wheel. See, there's a little bit of rust on that one, but these other ones, this one's like, that's a big chunk there. So it's just hitting right there on every single one of the spokes, and where it's hitting, you can see just barely hitting this corner right here. So from right here to right here it's hitting, but not bad. I'm thinking, even if this pad, if I had a belt sander, I could just take some pad material off, and that would help push that caliper in. So let me see what I can come up with. I'd rather not grind any of that off. Actually, I'll tell you right now, I'm not grinding any of that off. I might hit these little spots with a grinder, because this is a steel wheel, and that little, just taking a little piece off of there, I don't think will have any significance, other than the rim's gonna have to be balanced again, which it needs to be anyways, because you can see the guy that balanced this thing did a terrible job. And I think it's going to have to be road forced. I think the wheels might be a little, I think the quality might not be there, even though they were expensive, just because they're replicas. But just don't think the quality's there with the wheel, so I'm going to have these things road forced anyways. But the place I went to didn't have a road forced machine, so see if I can find a belt sander or something, and if I can take a little material off that pad, that'll cause that caliper to come in some. So as you can see, we decided to clearance the wheel a little bit. I haven't been a fan of these wheels since the guys at Ford told me that they might be a little out of round or something like that. So like I was talking about, having to road force them, so we'll see. Might end up with a set of aluminums after all. So David hit the high spots with a 60 grit on the angle grinder, and we're just talking about a couple of thousandths. I mean, we're not taking a lot of meat off here. We're taking like 20 thousandths probably. So I'm gonna go ahead and test fit it. We did like the minimal, so you know, we're taking as least material as possible here. All right, new day. Yesterday, me and David were working on the clearance on those rims, and we got that sorted out. And I guess this video is going to be just kind of like a couple of days of short things getting done here. But anyway, we took a little bit of material off on those corners like you saw, put some black on it, and they're ready to go back on. Both of them are fitting fine. As you can see here, the caliper is off. That's because I went ahead today and ordered 3-inch studs. I should have done that to begin with when I bought these axles, but I didn't. Oh well. So 3-inch studs coming for the rear that are screw in, because of those are the Mosier aftermarket axles. And then for the front, remember I was telling you yesterday that these are just too short, and man, anyways, got 3-inch coming for the front also, and these are the knurled ends. So I have screw ends for the rear, knurls coming for the front, 3-inch. So what I did here is just getting ready to get those in whenever they get here. Went ahead and ordered seat belts this morning also. So coming right along tonight, just kind of piddling out here. And as you can see, headlight bezels are off. And what I was doing is the headlights aren't working. These are old GEs. Pretty cool, General Electric. Anyway, headlights aren't working, so I just went ahead and bought some bulbs. They are some Sylvias, 6024s, and plugged in, it's not working. So, quick little check of things here. You have ground, and then you have your high beam and low beam. And then on the other side, on the driver's side, all they did was double up the wires. So the wires from the driver's side go into the driver's side bulb and then back out the driver's side bulb and over here. So anyway, what I needed to do was check power coming from my switch. Make sure my headlight switch is working, which in a sense, headlight switch is working. So we have beautiful side or front markers here. And the turn signals work. We put new bulbs in that last weekend. Back in the back, same deal. Nice bright tail lights, brake lights, turn signals, all that stuff works. Reverse lights are the only things that don't work. So headlight switch is working in a sense. So what I did is I got my handy dandy power probe. I love this thing. And down here, brand new high beam switch. And let me see here. Let me see if I can hold this here. Let's see. Okay. So you can see here, this goes into this is my power from my headlight switch. It's only showing 6 volts. All right. So it won't light up my light bulbs, but it's showing 6 volts. And I'll show you. Turn the headlight switch off, nothing. All right, so then we have power going in, and we can send power to either one of these to turn the headlights on, either the low beam or the high beam. So I can just hit this one a power probe, turn the noise off. So let's see, power probe, watch the light comes on. All right, then I can hit my other one. High beam comes on. So we know everything forward of this is working. We're only getting 6 volts from the switch, so I'm assuming we have just a voltage drop issue within the switch. This thing is who knows how old. It's at least from 1990, because that's the last time the car was driven. So we know it's at least that old. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and put the light bulbs in. We'll worry about the switch later. I'll see you guys when parts come in the next few days. All right, as you can see, you've got a couple of new parts here. Got the race harnesses that we're gonna need later on. And I probably just, well, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put the lap belt part in and see if I can just use the lap belt for me and David to go for a spin in it. Then I have a roll cage 8-point in the house. I've had that for over a year. It's been chilling in the house. So 2 harnesses, rear lug studs screw in, front lug studs that are press in. And this weekend I'm gonna be working on this thing. These studs from Mosier, they've used some kind of Loctite. I've put wrenches on it and all kind of stuff, and it's just wanting to round off the heads back there. They're a hex head, but they're real shallow. So as you can see there, they're real small hex heads. So I'm gonna heat it up a little bit, see if I can get those out. The front ones shouldn't be a problem. I have a press right here, so I'm just planning on pressing those out, pressing the new ones in. And then, like I said before, we already have the wheel that was rubbing. That's already clearanced. Probably dropped the pad here, but I want to show you. All right, so right here, you can see that's where it was rubbing. Very, very minor, but that is fixed now. So once I get these studs on, we'll be good to go for a test drive. Still need to do some tuning on the FiTech, but that'll come later on. We just want to do a test drive this weekend, and David's working, so we're gonna have to figure that out. But wanted to send this video to you guys today just to give you an update throughout the weekend, little stuff I've done. Let me show you the headlights that are in there real quick. They look nice, the grill's all back in, but I'm gonna need a new headlight switch. But yeah, today's video is just to get you guys, keep you up to date during the week. And this weekend I'll be working on those studs, getting those harnesses just for a lap belt. And I think we'll be ready to do a real test drive then. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and I will see you soon.